Hi there, Vicki Pittman here, self-love activator and confidence coach to recovering people pleasers and perfectionist. I'm so glad you're here today. I am going to share with you 3 secrets to a spacious schedule and ample self-care time. Now, you are in the right place if you always feel as if there's never enough time to get everything done that you need to get done, or even think about scheduling self-care into your schedule, your really busy schedule, okay? Or even if your self-care always gets bumped off the list, all right? Or if you ever feel as if you're feeling a little unbalanced between your work life and your family life, if you kind of feel as if you're never truly present, you're always like dividing your time and your energy, and you just never really feel present to the moment of being where you are. I never feel really fully at work, never really feel fully at home. Okay. Or if you just feel like you're in a rut, like maybe you just feel like you're living Groundhog's Day, like over and over again, and you've kind of lost that adventurous spirit within. And you almost kind of feel as if you're like a shell of your former self. So if any of those three aspects of time for yourself resonates with you, then you're in the right place, and you're going to get so much value out of my video today. So I'm so glad you're here. Again, my name is Vicki Pittman. I am a self-love activator. I help my clients set boundaries and reclaim their time and self-care so they can feel grounded in their mission and doing it without self-sabotaging or overthinking their days. And today you're going to get a little insight into some of my techniques that I help my clients with. And we're going to talk about, again, 3 secrets to a spacious schedule and ample self-care time. Now, I know, you're probably a planner like me, and you're very ambitious and you're a go-getter, and you've tried to create a spacious schedule and it just hasn't panned out. Maybe you take Sundays to plan your week out. Maybe you've done all your meal prep. Maybe you even set workout clothes so you can get your workout in during the week. Maybe you've even put sticky notes up on the house. Maybe you have a family calendar and you've got all the things on there. I've done all these things too. And I have clients who've done all these things too. And, despite doing all that, I have clients or who previously have told me that they've done all those things and it's not helping. And one of the reasons why sometimes that planning doesn't help, even though it sounds good on the surface, is that oftentimes we over plan, or we try to squeeze too many things into our schedule, and so really we leave no room to breathe. We leave no room to rethink things with, if something comes up, we don't leave any room in there for contingencies. And so we almost over plan our days. So, you can do all the planning you want, but if you're over packing your schedule, you're setting yourself up for failure. So I've been there. I've been there. Or maybe you're good about scheduling your self-care. Maybe you have appointments booked. Maybe you have that massage booked. Maybe you've, signed up for your fitness class in the app and said, "Hey coach, I'm going to be there." And maybe you've done all these things, but at the last second, you always have to change your plans, or something always comes up where you have to cancel these appointments. I see this again, and a lot of the times that happens is because like we're needed. Someone needs our help. They need us to pick them up because they got a flat tire. They need help getting this work project out because it's time sensitive. And I get it. I'm recovering people pleasers. That's why I work with recovering people pleasers, because I understand where you're coming from. I understand the value in helping other people. I understand what it's like, the guilt of saying no to somebody, and the identity of being the problem solver. Like I get it. And so if you resonate with that type of identity, I know that it's hard for you to say no to people. I know it's hard for you to keep the schedules keep the appointments for yourself and help somebody out. So I understand that too. And so what I want to offer to you, to help mitigate, these things from you overscheduling to help mitigate you from making appointments and scheduling self-care, but having to cancel them last minute, is these 3 secrets to a spacious schedule for all of your self-care time, right? And what I want to offer you, and what makes me a little different than other coaches out there, is that, booking that one massage and actually getting it may not be enough. Like, that one massage is not going to cure your burnout. Like, it may make you feel better and you'll feel good for maybe like 24 hours or whatever. But I'm all about embodying long-term solutions and doing a holistic approach. So making sure that you're prioritizing your entire being, like your physical self, your emotional self, your mental self, and your spiritual self. So, self-care to me requires, nurturing and energy in all those areas of your life. So what are the 3 secrets to a spacious schedule and ample self-care time? Well, number 1 is going to be getting clear on what's important. So if everything's a priority, nothing's a priority, right? You have to know what exactly is your top of mind problem, or what is your top of mind desire, right? And it's making sure that what you value and your actions are actually in alignment. Because oftentimes, we say like our health is really important to us, but like we're constantly like rescheduling our workout, or we're not drinking enough water, or we're not prioritizing our sleep, so we say our value is being healthy, but our actions just don't line up to it. So it's really important that we get clear on what your priorities are, because that's what's going to set you up, right? The second secret to a spacious schedule is setting boundaries. Now, I know like intuitively this is something that we all know we need to do, but it's one of those actually doing it. It's creating the boundary, following through with the boundary, and communicating it to people, right? And it's really making it clear like what is okay and what is not okay. And that's what's really going to open up your schedule, because then you can actually like reclaim the time for yourself, or what you have got clarity on what's the priority. Okay. And then lastly, the third secret for a spacious schedule is calling in support. So, it's asking for help and actually receiving it. And I know for a lot of us ambitious women who are go-getters, who are problem solvers, who are used to being the one like solving all the things, it's really hard for us to ask for help. But remember, like, how much value you get, we get out of helping others, right? We are allowing and offering that chance to other people by asking for help ourselves. And really, that's what's going to help you get all the things done that you need to get done, especially if you have a lot of life circumstances that require a little extra support. Okay. So, these 3 secrets, they seem like not so secret, but it's amazing how challenging it can be to actually implement them. And it's so important because, ambitious women, or like go-getter women who have a lot of desires and have a lot of goals, and quite frankly just have a lot of responsibilities, right? We cannot continue to pour from an empty cup, right? I know it's a phrase we hear a lot, but it's just true. And we can't keep running ourselves ragged and expect that we're going to avoid burnout, or we're going to avoid being resentful, because those are 2 very real possibilities when we continuously give and burn the candle at both ends. Okay. So self-care and prioritizing our self-care is really what's going to be the key to giving more energy back to us. It's really regenerating that energy back into our life force, so that way we can keep giving. That way we can keep being, the top notch self in our work life, and the more present and loving person in our family life. Okay. And when you have more energy and you are really in tune with your needs, then you can have the capacity really to think all the big thoughts and to implement all the 100 great ideas you have before breakfast, right? And that all requires energy and self-care. When we're not really safeguarding our schedule, when we're allowing other people to dictate what our schedule is like, what we're really doing is we're prioritizing other people's needs, and we're pouring our energy into their passion projects, into their needs. And it's really kind of neglecting what's important to you, right? And what's meaningful to you. And, when you do that over a long term, a high probability is you start losing yourself. You start losing, what lights you up, what's important to you. You like stop having hobbies. Your hobby becomes helping other people. And there's a real sense of loss of identity. And that can feel very confusing and very overwhelming. And so, it's really crucial that we do prioritize our own self-care and become in tune with our needs. So that way we never feel that we lose ourselves ever. So just to recap, the three secrets to a spacious schedule and ample self-care time is getting clear on what's important, right? So aligning your values and your action, setting boundaries, making it clear what is okay and what is not okay, and calling in support and asking for help and receiving it. And this is exactly what I do with my clients, with my coaching clients. So if everything we've talked about thus far has really resonated with you, if you can see yourself in the scenarios that I've described today, and I can tell you that I've been in all of them, so I can definitely relate, then I want to personally invite you to book a call with me and discuss if you would be a great candidate for my LEAP coaching program, which is a 12-week self-love activation. So it is a 12-week self-love coaching program where I really help you set boundaries and reclaim ownership of your own time and self-care so you can feel grounded in your mission. And, your mission may be, supporting and raising a family. Maybe it's transitioning from, being an empty nester. Your mission may be running and growing a business. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've had multiple business, so I understand the level of support that requires. Whether your mission is transitioning from maybe a work life to a retirement life, or even just a shift in your industry. Like I've made that shift myself from the fitness industry to the coaching industry. So I understand when you have a passion, when you have a mission from within, it requires a high level of support. So when you can set boundaries and reclaim ownership of your time, you can stay grounded in whatever mission that is like super valuable to you. And I help my clients do that without all the self-sabotaging and overthinking their days. So be know for sure that, I'm the coach for you. If you are, if you like resistance just always comes up and it always you kind of get in your own way. That's exactly what I help my clients with, right? And so the first thing that we do, when you're in the coaching, when my LEAP coaching program, is we really get clear on what your exact priorities are. And we do that utilizing my 3-phase assessment process. It's like one of the first things we do on there. And it's really to get crystal clear on what those priorities are, right? Remember, that's the first secret that I talked about. And then once we do, then we'll create aligned habits, and we'll set up things to keep it a priority. So we'll set up different things like support structures to maintain space and energy to prioritize what your exact priorities are, whether it's, working out, whether it's, going back to school, or, whatever it is for you. Okay. And then throughout the program, we just kind of build on the support structures around it. So we'll build the relationship with yourself. Okay. For a lot of people, that is a little vulnerable or something that we don't take time to do. We concentrate on your relationship with others, not only like holding boundaries with your time, but also just holding boundaries with people, and what's okay and what's not okay with interacting with you. We help cultivate courage, compassion, and confidence. And I help my clients become more process oriented instead of outcome oriented. So it's never like achieve the goal. Like the goals get achieved, like that's just a byproduct. But really, it's the process of who you're becoming along the journey, becoming that boundaried person, becoming that more confident person, becoming that more self-assured person. Okay. I help you manage stress and build a deep resiliency, and I help you nurture your intuition so you really feel empowered and you can really, feel confident being your truest self. And by the end of the program, my clients, they feel so relaxed. Like that's one of the phrases that they always say to me is that they feel so relaxed and calm because they are so clear and in tune with their needs that anything that life throws at them is no biggie. Like, I mean, there's some big things that get thrown at them, but it doesn't shake their foundation like it did before, right? They have created processes and habits and have put things in place in their life to support their needs. So anything that comes up, like they feel empowered, that they feel like they can handle it. Okay. There's I supply you with the tools needed to manage yourself and to manage your emotions. So again, that just feeling of relaxation is going to be super high for you. You're also going to be feel empowered, right? You're going to be so connected to your intuition that you're never going to second guess any decision you'll ever make again. Like you're going to know intuitively exactly what to do without overthinking, without getting in your brain too much, but really feeling in your heart and doing what your higher self is asking of you, demanding of you, and really embracing it. And so whether, you're trying to move toward a goal, your intuition is going to be so in tune with you that you're going to know exactly what to do. So it's very empowering. It is very empowering. And if you're curious what the LEAP coaching program it stands for, it's actually LEAP is an acronym and it stands for self-love, self-empowerment, self-alignment, and self-prioritization. So all four of those are possible when you join my LEAP coaching program, a 12-week self-love activation. And all of that's possible for you. And I would love and be honored to be your coach and mentor you through that process. If you are interested and want to chat with me more, I want to encourage you and personally invite you to book a call with me. So again, we can kind of discuss your unique needs and see if you would be a great match for the LEAP coaching program. I'll drop the link, my call link in the description box so you can reach out to me personally, as well as my email if you have even more individual questions before booking that call. And, this is your moment. This is your moment to shine. This is your moment to walk into your most relaxed and empowered self so you too can reclaim your schedule and your self-care practices and just really just be in true love with your life. And I can't wait for that to happen for you. And I can't wait to support you in that process. All right, again, I'll put that link in the description box so you can book that call, and I look forward to our chat together. All right, much love.